For 50 years, the World Tour has been the vanguard of professional surfing. Performances, rivalries, and world champions have defined each era. In 2026, the stakes are higher than ever before, and it all ends at Pipe.
We're back, baby.
Champions return to take on the new generation.
It feels amazing to be back.
I was so inspired by these young women. I'm not sure if I can keep up with them, but at the same time, I want to be a part of it.
Bring it on. Let's go.
I honestly think our younger generation will smoke them.
The future of surfing is now.
Oh my goodness!
The 2026 Championship Tour kicks off with the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach presented by Bonsoy.
Way back.
Honestly, it's the only trophy I want.
To celebrate the past and embrace the future.
This is one of the best performances in the Bells Bowl ever, hands down.
Imagine what's next.
Dawn breaks over Bells Beach, and with it, a new chapter begins. 50 years of competitive surfing, and Mateus Hurdy is so happy to be a part of it. Wild card, Dane Henry waxing off, and one of the Brazilian vets, Alejo Muniz, checking in. Baron Mamiya, healthy quiver from CI in the Red Bull Athlete Zone. Everyone here on dark trying to see those conditions. That was Tyler before, then Brisa Hennessy back on tour, and the man from Morocco, Ramsey, will look for a heat with Jack at some point this season. Jack Robinson, the defending Bells champion, had a nice long off season to recover from that surgery, and he's looking to go back to back, and the morning colors are always amazing. Here on the surf coast of Victoria, Australia, a place called Bells Beach, which is one of the longest running events on the calendar. The Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach, presented by Bonsoy. We missed you guys. Welcome to opening day. Joe Turpel, Flick Palmateer, and Richie Lovett. This is always going to feel good, like coming back to school, seeing all your friends, but we've had more momentum than I can ever remember coming into a big year on the CT, Flick.
I'm nervous. It does feel like the first day of school. We've had such a long off season, the longest in history, and there's been some big changes, and it's making me really excited. And yeah, I mean, the colours are beautiful. We're back here at Bells. There's corduroy lines. It's a bit cold.
The energy's real, you know, Rick. I mean, you're a big part of this, the story of 50 years, you know, surfing in over 100 CT events. But you can tell on even the rookies' faces, it means something to them. It's tangible, the energy of the past and looking ahead.
Absolutely. And, you know, coming off that Challenger at Newcastle, there was so much energy there, and now we're here. The tour's about to start again, and we're sort of wiping the slate clean, and no better place to do it here at Bells with so much history, so much prestige around this event. And, you know, there's excitement. You can feel it when you have conversations with the surfers. They're ready to go. They're all fired up.
I think it's time to get the opening call of the season. As we say a big good morning to Vaughn Blakey with Renato Hickel.
Thanks, Joey. Yep, 50 years of pro surfing. Everyone is absolutely frothing to get going. But, mate, Renato, great to see you. What is the call this morning?
Excitement was in the air, and these two last days we had incredible free surf sessions. And yesterday, at first, the whole day the lineup was closed for the surfers to practice. Incredible show here for the crowds. But unfortunately, the swell today faded quicker than we anticipated. It's only like 2 to 3 foot, 4 foot sets there, very slow. So we're going to call the event off for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow will be even smaller. And the good news, we have a cold front hitting the Victorian coast tomorrow afternoon, and we're anticipating good waves for Good Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So a full weekend of competition, we're hoping. We're going to have to deal with winds, onshore winds, and a bit of rain, but that's the game here in Bells, and cold weather.
Not scared of that, mate.
Not at all.
50 years of pro surfing, you know, it's so great to be kicking it off here in the Bells Bowl. So many great moments, so many great memories. Imagine what's next, bro.
Yes, and we probably had the biggest break we ever had in professional surfing, apart from COVID. Like I said, excitement, nearly 6 months of a break. So all the surfers here literally frothing to compete. We have a new format on the line for the men and women. We have the extension of the women field from 18 to 24 surfers. So a lot on the line. Yeah. And heading for that world title now that is going to be decided at the end of the year at the pipeline in Hawaii. Can't wait.
How pumped up are you? Yeah, we're just on hold for a couple of days, so back to you guys, Joey.
We love it, Vaughn. Thanks so much. Renato Hickel has been involved in pro surfing for, well, the majority of the story, a former head judge in the past and a leader of the tours and competitions. So, as you heard the man, 2 days off here, concluding today and tomorrow. And the next call will be on Good Friday. Thanks to our friends at Surfline, official forecaster of the championship tour, breaking it all down for us. Richie, what are you seeing here?
Well, you know, Renato actually broke it down pretty well. We've had such good waves over the last couple of days. Practice sessions have been on, and you can see Bells Beach there, positioned right at the bottom corner of Australia there. And what we need are these big swells to come right down under the bight and then produce the corduroy line swells that we're used to seeing here. And Joe, it's too warm. We got our Hawaiian vibes going on right now, and we know that when it's warm at Bells, it's not really ideal for the surf. We want it to be cold, and that's when we get the swell. And you can see today, you know, it's rideable and fun out there, but it's not going to be contestable. There's just not enough waves. So 4 to 5 foot faces. The wind's beautiful, clean, and offshore. It'll be side shore today, but another practice day. But looking ahead, this is where things get excited as we start to get closer to the weekend. We're going to have onshore winds, but that's fine. Ask the surfers and they'll tell you onshore Bells is actually super fun, a bit more punch in it. So we're going to get up to around 6 to 8 foot faces up through the weekend. We're going to have to deal with a little bit of onshore wind, but that's fine. And then even further out, which we're not looking at on the screen, things are looking pretty exciting towards the end of the window as well. So I don't think we're going to have any lack of swell to choose from during the window. I think we're going to be okay. And, well, we've got a couple of days off to keep practicing and get primed.
Solid breakdown, my friend. A lot of things happening this year. One of them is a really fresh-looking schedule for the championship tour. We've got a new event coming in like Raglan, all roads leading to Pipeline as well, where the world title may go down. For you, Flick, though, what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, the West Aussie in me is drawn to Margaret River, of course. I think it demands a lot from the surfers. You go through your whole board quiver in 1 week there. And then, you know, picking another location, Pipe. It's where the tour is going to end. And because it's worth 15,000 points, more than any other event on the schedule, it's promoting the world tour to go down there, which is what we've all loved to see in the past. So those two events for me are the pick.
Well done. What about you, Rich?
I love it all, Joe. I love the comprehensive nature of this tour. This is the dream tour that I competed on for many, many years. And I feel like the winner at the end of the day is going to be the best surfer in all conditions. I love the Aussie Treble that we open up with. Then we've got the heavy water waves in the middle, Teahupo'o and Cloudbreak, the high performance action of lowers, and then we round it out, as Flick said, a Pipeline. You know, that's the pinnacle event where you really earn the title, and we've said it before, if you can perform in Hawaii, then you're good. So you're going to win the title there.
What a good-looking schedule. The Ocean signing off on the world title race this year, and world champs and Bells champs are laughing. Tyler Wright still looking at the water with their coach, Richard Dog March. Up next on Dawn Patrol, got some format changes to talk about. We'll be right back. So gorgeous here at Bells Beach, first thing in the morning here on the East Coast. We always look forward to the sunrise, and we also are encouraging you to check out worldsurfleague.com or download the WSL app to play the all-new Bracket Challenge. Pick the winner of each heat ahead of the event start, and you can compete in season-long leagues or single events. Sign up. Time is running out. You got lucky. We've got 2 lay days ahead of us, so you have a chance to digest this, set up your brackets. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Talked about the schedule, the freshness of that, but also some format changes that are very significant coming into this season. Starting with you, Flick. Let's just put you on the hot seat. What's the most exciting change heading into this year?
Well, for me, obviously a woman, I'm drawn to the women's side, and you know, being a part of the tour over the years and watched it, you know, grow. And there's been a conversation, hey, let's expand this thing for a few years now. The level is there. We've all seen it, and this year we've gone from 18 women to 24. Renato referenced it, and I think it's a really pivotal moment in women's surfing. You know, it's been a conversation, you know, how much the women are breaking the boundaries, pushing the limits and rising to the occasion. And this is the reward, and it's been a dream of, you know, a lot of the women in the past before, and this year, you know, that dream's being lived.
Oh, well done. I can't wait to see it all unfold. Richie, what about you?
I like on the women's side too how we're going to take the top 8 seeds, take them through straight to the second round, then everyone else will battle to meet them. On the men's side, we're sending people home from day one. And in like other sports like tennis, you know, you go in your match, if you lose, you're out. And so, you know, we're going to lose that, what was essentially a repechage round. And we've got this cute little round at the start too, where the lower seeds will go up against the wild cards. They'll battle it out and then come into the draw. So yeah, it's pretty cutthroat, but big field now, and it's critical from the very opening heat.
Yeah, really exciting. Top 24 in the world, and on top of that, two of the all-time greats, Carissa Moore and Stephanie Gilmore, are coming back. Easily to say, the most stacked field in Women's Championship Tour history.
And counting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When Hell's Bells plays to start the 2026 Championship Tour. For the first time in history, there will be 6 women's world champions competing together on surfing's biggest stage. Stephanie Gilmore returns. The GOAT has 4 bells, as do Slater, Fanning, Richards, and Lisa Anderson.
Stephanie Gilmore takes her 4th bell.
A 5th win would elevate Gilmore above this legendary pack and make her the greatest of all bells in the modern era.
Every single year I come back here and I dream of winning that trophy and ringing it again.
Carissa Moore is back. The most influential power surfer of this generation has 3 bells.
Ringing the historic bell is like no other feeling in the world. It's such a special trophy.
Tyler Wright is a 2-time bell ringer. Wright has a deeper connection to this spiritual surfing site, and she is always engaged here at Jirac.
It's the only event that I've ever really wanted to win, and here I am, and I'm pretty over the moon.
Katie Simmers had a breakthrough win at age 18. Now a mature world champion, look for Simmers to bring the most style and steez to the iconic Bells Bowl.
Katie Simmers, your champion, and now world #1.
Caroline Marks is the lone Goofy Foot world champ. A woman surfing on her backhand has not rung the bell in over 25 years. This is a record that needs to be broken.
Some people call me like Akaline or Teahupo'o. Aki's has one of the best backhands in the world, so it's an honor to be like for people to be saying that about me. It's rad.
Last in line is Molly Picklum. Molly's superpower will be the yellow jersey. Picklum is the current world champ and will be the #1 seed.
Bells is such an iconic event. All my heroes talk about how amazing the event is and how cool it is to win it, and I want to do that.
These 6 women represent 18 years of world titles. The CT kickoff at Bells Beach will be the most stacked women's field in history. 24 competitors, 6 world champions. Anyone could be victorious. The only thing we know for certain is you gotta win it to ring it.
Caroline Marks, one of those world champions that's returning. In the last 2 seasons, she's finished runner-up in the world, but how will her world title campaign be affected with 2 of the biggest names in the sport returning, Carissa Moore and Steph Gilmore? For more on that, we'll say a big good morning to Ronnie Blakey and Jesse Starling.
Yeah, Joey, yeah, team. Oh, my goodness. 2 juggernauts of the sport returning this year, and we welcome them back with open arms. Steph Gilmore, Carissa Moore, their names are on these famous steps down here, Jesse. And the story's always been who's going to win between Carissa and Steph. But this year, the narrative completely different. They come in as lower seeds, and they're taking on a new wave of talent that is unbelievable.
The world feels right again, to be honest, to have Steph and Carissa back in the draw. They've got their kind of hands full, though. It's a really stacked looking event this year. When you go into the fantasy, it's hard to know who to pick because every single woman competing in this year is so exceptional, but I've got a sneaky feeling that the GOATs are just going to do it. They are too good here at Bells.
What a way to make your return at an event where you've been so dominant. Both women, in fact. Steph chasing the most Bells titles in the professional era. Carissa Moore looking to equal Steph with 4 Bells wins. I think the field's going to have their work cut out with these two. Once these waves start standing up, their power really comes to the fore, and it's going to be a great show.
Has that not always been the storyline, though? Steph trying to get one more, become the greatest, and then Carissa trying to match Steph. So I feel like Carissa, she's come back, she's got some mum power here, and she's really trying to chase down and match Steph, and someone to do it at Bells, and to start as a season in front of your daughter would be quite an interesting way for Carissa to kick off 2026.
Oh, it's a huge way to kick it off, Joe. We can't wait to watch their stories unfold this year.
Oh, we're right there with you, Ronnie. Thank you, Jesse. And it's been fun seeing Riss and Steph actually spending some quality time together last couple of days. Steph was holding Riss's baby girl and just enjoying some chats. They've had to, you know, deal with rivalries and intense ones over so long, but you can see the utmost respect they have for each other. And you know what? They're going to have a good friend with them, Rich. Sally Fitzgibbons coming back through the Challenger Series will be with her friends.
Yeah, it's really cool to see Sally come back again. You know, she's fallen off the tour a couple of times and going in mid-30s now, you know, so she's no baby, but she's got experience and determination and grit. You just cannot beat her down. She just keeps coming back, and she's a former winner out here. She'll show some form. Tears of
Challenger Series champ. Let's go, Tia. Can't wait to see what you can accomplish this year. Well, we'll take a quick break. Coming up next on Dawn Patrol, we'll talk about the men that are coming back and one of the greatest of all time, Gabriel Medina, back in the draw, chasing a 4th world title in his first Bells trophy, but he's got to get past the defending champ of Jack Robinson. Be right back.
You say you're a fan? Prove it. Hit up your friends or go against the world. Leave no doubt. Pick your fantasy team. There's only one champion.
You've got a little extra time to make your fantasy team. Italo would be a great pick. Past Bells champ, world champ as well. He's looking fresh. Locking your teams. Also pick your bracket. It's all locked up once the first heat hits the water. A lot of high fives because he knows everyone's choosing him. Maybe even as your power surfer. That's still involved this year as we're still enjoying the sunrise. And we are knowing that today's off, tomorrow's off, and next call will be on Good Friday with a ton of swell from the Southern Ocean hitting this lineup here at Bells Beach. One of the big decisions you'll make on your team is how quickly you're going to pit one of the greatest goofy foots of all time on his return to the championship tour. After a long year of missing Gabriel Medina, Flick, he's finally back.
Yeah, we were just discussing, I was like, how long was he really off tour for? Because it's just felt so long without him, right? I think I mean, you look at these stats, he's incredible, right? But for me, the thing that I think to immediately is just the absolute competitive beast that he brings in the water. I think there's no stone unturned. He crosses every T and dots every I, essentially, and you can guarantee fireworks in every heat. He never says die, and I'm looking forward to seeing this energy back.
Richie, there's an aura about this guy. You know, even at the WSL Awards, when you're dressed up in nice clothes, he just walks in and everyone's like, oh, he's here. He has that presence and that intimidating effect when he heads into the locker room.
100%. It's almost like Darth Vader just walked back into the room. You know, the lightsaber comes out and Gabriel has that presence, you know. Time will tell whether the time off is affected how he kind of switches into competition mode. I personally don't think he's going to have any like troubles just getting back into gear. He does invoke that fear in people, you know, so he's got that. He's almost got that advantage before the hooter even sounds. practicing. He's been looking totally in form. We know that he's sort of working out equipment still, switching between CI and Cabianca, and the equipment is still unknown what he's actually going to throw under his feet, but lots of speculation around that. But yeah, his competitors are going to be, you know, just shaking their weddies right now, thinking that he's coming back.
Huge presence back on tour, and some new faces might get to experience a heat with Medina for the first time, as we see the leader of the Challenger Series, rookie this year, Callie Vost, walking down with his entourage, which includes Vahine Fierro.
Yeah, good sparring partners, those two. And here you can see all the qualifiers for the championship tour this year. Look, these are some incredible names on there, but I've just got to talk about Callie. We just saw him on screen, but he's an Olympic gold medalist. And once he did that, everyone was like, okay, well, when is he going to crack the championship tour? Last year, he went on a tear on the Challenger. He ended up winning it. You know, he's got that #1 seed coming onto the championship tour, but he's got big expectations on his shoulders, I'd say, just because of the kind of surfer he is. I think the tour is geared to him. Think about all the waves we have, the consequential waves, how much he thrives in them, and I wouldn't be surprised if he sort of exceeds those expectations and even ends up with a top 10-5 finish. You know, think about Fiji, think about Chopes, his home break, think about Pipe. I think signs are suggesting that he is going to have a great first year on tour.
And also some giant names returning. Morgan Siblick, a guy that finished in his top 5 as a rookie, as he's a completely different surfer coming into the mix this year. Coming up next on Dawn Patrol, I'm going to put all my friends on the hot seat. I don't want to know who's going to win bells. I want to know who's going to win the world title. That's coming up next. The GWM Aussie Treble, the best in Australia.
The double cobra.
Bells are ringing here on the cliffs of the Western Australia Margaret River Pro.
Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia.
300 is yours.
Last year it was Isabella Nichols and Jordy Smith that took home a GWM Tank 300 just last season. Make sure to tune in through this GWM Aussie Treble to find out who gets the keys. Hand those out at Snapper Rocks. Bells, Margaret River, Snapper, GWM Tank 300. Yeah, simple as that. It's going to be fun to break that one down. Joe Turpel, Flick Palmateer, and Richie Lovett. It's never too early to talk about the world title race, is it? Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, Rich. A little time to digest this big question before we've even run a heat yet. But who is the favorite for the world title?
Okay, my picks, Joe. I think Carissa Moore's going to come back in a really big way. I think the tour is going to be plagued with really good surf this year, and I just think Carissa's power is going to do it. On the men's, wow, it's a hard one. You know, you feel like there's going to be a bunch of the crew, the usual suspects in the mix, you know, Griff and Jack Robbo and Ethan, a few names there. But I've got the feeling Yago's going to go back-to-back. I feel like he's strong, he's on the rise, he got the taste, and he's super confident. I feel like he'll back up.
Great call, Flick. What about yourself?
I agree with Rich. Carissa's going to get the job done. It feels like poetic justice is going to be served out here this year. I agree. I think the waves are on her power in some of these warm-ups. I'm like, yeah, no question in my mind. And then on the men's side, well, I'm going to go with Griff. 3rd 2 years ago in the world, runner-up last year. The only natural number is #1.
There we go.
Just remember this and I'll say, I told you so at the end of the year.
Well done. I'm going with Gabriella Bryan, winning 3 events last year. So powerful, traveling with wrist. That's going to be a really comfortable place to be in this season. And also on the men's side, I'm thinking Yago going back-to-back. He's always moving forward. He looks more confident and comfortable than ever. And I see him doing it again. More title picks coming from downstairs. Vano, Jesse, Ronnie, what are you guys thinking?
Oh, there's some good picks in there, Joey. We've been mulling over it during the break as well. Vaughn, what do you got for us?
Mate, I think there's still plenty of energy in this Brazilian storm. I've got a feeling Italo has been building for the last couple of years. He's had some amazing runs on those finals days, but with the season just wide open for him, he just looks so dangerous to me. He's got the swagger too, which I love. On the women's, I see Molly going all the way, but I think she might just get pipped by Erin Brooks. I'm picking Erin to win the world title. She was so deadly last year, and Pipeline at the end, we know what she can do there.
Yeah, she could really settle. Jessie starting. What do you got for us?
Okay, so with all the GOATs coming back, I've got to pick one of them to win. I think Gabby Medina is probably going to go on an absolute tear and probably take home the world title this year. And then on the women's side, I think we're going to have a rookie take home the world title, and I think it's the one and only Tia Zabrowski. She is such an animal. She gives shades of young Carissa Moore, so I'm thinking Tia Zabrowski for the world title this year.
Huge pick. Who'd have thought we could have a younger world champion, 15 years of age? That'd have been incredible. For me, I'm going to agree with Flick. I think Griffin Colapinto, his consistency last year, just how well-rounded he is, I think gives him a good shot on the men's side. And on the women's side, I'm going to say Molly Picklum. I think in ways of consequence, there's no one better. With the extra points up for grabs at the Pipe Masters, I think Molly will seal the deal at the final event of the year, Joe.
Oh, solid picks, you guys. Wow, it really gets your brain turning. It's hard to look forward that far in advance, but there's some energy in the air. We've seen some brilliant warm-ups the last 2 days. The waves are pumping, and which starts making me think about my fantasy team now last minute. Dane Henry did an upside-down full rotation punt. He's going to have Oscar Berry in the first round. Look forward to seeing what you guys do with your fantasy teams. We've got today off, tomorrow off, and next call will be 7:45 on Good Friday. We'll see you guys then. Take care.